Greetings, everyone. This is Light of Tabor. I'm your host, Mark Rattel, and today we have a very unique episode for you guys. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to freestyle rap. That's right, we're going to be teaching you guys the art of freestyle rap and kind of just taking you through the history of it, just a little summary of that at least, and kind of the history of me learning freestyle rap, what kind of music I grew up on, some of my biggest influences, some of the main players in the whole history of freestyling, like Freestyle Fellowship. We're going to get into that. We're going to talk about Idea, Dose One, Eminem slightly, not really, but he was kind of part of the thing. He was there at the first Scribble Jam in 1997 and he was in the finals with Dose One and Juice. So yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit. A documentary called Freestyle. We'll talk about, we're going to go over a lot of things. And then at the end, we'll do a demonstration and show you guys what it's like to freestyle rap on the spot. We'll just do kind of a demonstration because that's the best way to really learn how to freestyle, is just to kind of get out there and do it. So yeah, let's kick it off. So I mean, freestyle, and the history of freestyle, according to the documentary Freestyle, which is a really good documentary. I highly recommend it, by the way. In the documentary Freestyle, there's a dude named Divine Styler who's a very legendary rapper from the West Coast, and he's talking about the history of freestyle rap and how freestyle used to mean any non-conceptual rhyme, basically a written non-conceptual rhyme, until this group called the Freestyle Fellowship came along. Now, Freestyle Fellowship, there's a few people in there. It's Micah 9, AC Alone, Peace, and Self Jupiter. Self Jupiter ended up getting locked up, going to jail at one point, and that kind of put a big hamper on the group. And they stopped releasing albums because they're very loyal. And when one of their members left, they didn't feel right continuing on making music without him there. And I thought that was very honorable and commendable. So they're one of my favorite groups of all time. Micah 9 is one of my favorite rappers of all time. I think he's one of the best freestylers of all time. I think the best freestylers of all time, and it could sometimes the order changes. Man, it's like a toss-up between Micah 9 and Dose 1 for me. Dose 1, Micah 9, probably Dose 1 by a little just because he's a weirder. I don't know, though. Micah 9's crazy. Dose 1 and Micah 9 are tied, number one. And then under that, it would be Idea.
Holler, I'm a scholar, MCs follow, but they know they nothing but from in Colorado. I swallow MCs, I'm liberal model. They think they following, but I'm drinking them down like a bottle of what? Booms. I used to eat mushrooms and think that I was flying on the moon. MCs will be tired soon. That's why I'm about to swoon with the unit. MCs is confused like a who? That's another slug line. I just crush minds when I bust minds. These rappers don't know how to define. They define me as something I didn't even heard about. I'm serving these rappers word of mouth. I don't even need to enter battles. I just sit and freestyle and talk about what goes on inside of my head, and it's better than any type of competitive thing they come up with. Because when I grab the mic, I show them a gift. Kaiser Soze and Harry Potter are both a myth. My vocabulary slaughters vocalists who think that they can even carry the odd of the oddest. Even God is jealous of the vocal clarity. Most vocals stare at me that I compare to the parody. Apparently, even they parents bleed. I tear their seeds and they limbs. I friend at men who think that they can kick cinnamon flavor. I'm going to your tenement and break it down, you and your neighbor.
I don't even care after that. I mean, Supernat's dope too. Supernatural. You know, who else? Am I forgetting somebody? Oh, Ilmac and Thesaurus. They're somewhere up there too, for sure. Yeah, they did some classic freestyle rap battles in the WRC, which was the World Rap Championships. They went on to do other things too, and more written battles. They're kind of the part of the pioneers of the whole written battle culture that sprung up. Kind of, I mean, I saw the first time I saw Ilmac was in Scribble Jam 2000. It was in the early 2000s, and he was there for his first time. He was 16 years old. Immaculate was 16 years old in his first Scribble Jam appearance, and he won first place in the whole competition, the whole freestyle competition at 16 years old. Took home the gold. And first time I saw Thesaurus, it was either on WRC. I can't remember. I either saw them first on WRC or Scribble Jam, but that was I think Scribble Jam officially came first in terms of the timeline. Yes, Thesaurus also won Scribble Jam. He won it twice. He won Scribble Jam 2 different times. So they both have won Scribble Jam before, and they ended up linking up together, and they were battling a lot of these other 2-on-2 groups in this rap battle competition called the WRC World Rap Championships, and it was cool. It kind of ended on like, I think there was like some battles happening on a rooftop. It was really cool, but then there was like footage that got stolen, and there was a whole fiasco and a bunch of drama about who stole the footage and this and that, and I don't know what happened with that, but maybe we'll show some of the footage from we're going to be splicing in footage periodically throughout this of Freestyle Fellowship, of Illmaculate and Thesaurus. Maybe we'll show them when they battled Hami Ham and his partner, because that was a pretty cool battle.
And send it to McDonald's like, bring back a Whopper with change. Oh, with change. We're the kids with the sick brains. Piff James, I'm sure you had a lot of fat kid nicknames, judging by your rib cage. And he said when this guy was 5, his mama died. I hate to break it to you, but I'm the guy who put out the homicide. Homicide? You talking about McDonald's fries? I'll smack you black blue. What a surprise. The fat dude is referencing fast food. That's okay, I've had enough. I'll smack you up. And for this dude, he's fat as fuck. Fast food ain't even fast enough. It's time for you to flee for the border. These cats look like opposite ends of an eating disorder. Here's where anorexia starts and the hunger ends. Stand closer together. You guys look like the number 10. Oh, who's losing? You know it ain't me. You can stand close together and look like a lowercase b. 1 minute!
Yeah, I'm going to be splicing in some clips here for you guys just to show examples of what I'm speaking about, just to kind of put you guys there and walk you guys through it so you can really experience it. Let's see, who else did we want to touch on? So yeah, the Scribble Jam battles, those started in 1997, and in the first Scribble Jam 1997, there was a lot of people there. The 3 finalists that ended up there at the end were Dose One. Dose One is a rapper from he started a label called Anticon. He was also in Deep Puddle Dynamics, a group called Themselves. He's in tons of groups. Cloud Dead. There's tons of groups he was a part of. Dose One. He was there in the finals. Eminem was there in the finals. Everybody knows who Eminem was. The thing is, Eminem wasn't really freestyling. He was kind of freestyling, but he was also spitting a bunch of written bars that you could actually hear on his album that he was passing around at the time, according to Dose One, who I trust. I mean, he doesn't lie about that stuff. And then Juice, who was actually freestyling, but a lot of people were accusing of using written rhymes, but he was that smooth. He was really like refined with it. And he took first place. Juice took first place, and honestly, he won that battle. I don't know, Dose One was pretty dope too, man. He was up there. I think Dose One definitely beat Eminem. And it's hard to hear too. Some of the quality of the mics at that time in the 1997 Scribble Jam were a little bit lackluster, so it's hard to hear exactly what's being said during all the battles.
Everybody think they got the flavor. You don't. You actually suckers. MC. Everything I be. Everything I see. Yo, tripping. My man. Be on. It's time to set you on fire. Those, little God you dream of. In your mindest, wildest fantasies, you find the little God of your mother. Adamantly digging out your embryo. It was 180 years ago. Back beyond. You even started. This is eternity. You ain't touching me. You ain't burning me. Infernally. I heard. This is freestyle. As exists in nature. I am the greater. Humanity. Masterful masturbator. You don't fuck with ceremony. You won't need pheromones and hormones. Busted up in your veins. You lost testosterone. You out to it. This is the illegal strain of AIDS, motherfucker. You blink.
We also got, so yeah, back to that freestyle documentary. That one goes over kind of the history of the Freestyle Fellowship, Micah 9, Peace, Self-Jupe, AC Alone, and it also goes over Supernatural and this huge battle he had with this other dude. And Supernatural played a huge part in the whole freestyle culture. And it shows him in his room, just kind of in his element, pointing at different objects. This is before Harry Mack. This is Supernatural way back in the day. And he's pointing at different objects and just freestyling about them. And that's kind of like the first time I'd ever seen someone do that. And I think that's the first time it's ever been captured on film. I'm not saying he's the first to do it, who knows? But he's definitely a pioneer in the freestyle game. And he was the first one on footage, pointing at different objects and just freestyling off the head about them. He also showed in his interview in that room the rhyming dictionary. We'll show a picture of the rhyming dictionary. This is something if you're really serious about rap, serious about freestyling, or even if you just want to have fun with it and you just want to get better at it as a hobby, just to have fun with your friends or whatever, I highly recommend picking up a rhyming dictionary and just kind of picking through it a little bit, playing with it. I mean, it's really helpful in just learning what words go together, and even it goes, rhymes go beyond the rhyming dictionary. What's a technical rhyme? Like, you can change words to make them rhyme, you know? Yeah, that's also a thing you can do. It doesn't have to exactly rhyme. You can kind of get creative with it. Also, like, you know, a big part of freestyling is obviously the ciphers. You don't really see them on the West Coast, like, ever. I don't know if we ever had. We had them at one point in certain areas, like the Good Life Cafe. Also a good documentary, Welcome to the Good Life. Highly recommend that. It documents this cafe, a vegan cafe back in the 90s, where all these different hip-hop groups culminated, and it was a huge hip-hop, freestyle, all kinds of culture. There was freestyle going on, written raps, performances, all kinds of stuff. And it was no cursing allowed, so it really tested people's creative abilities. And that's something I'm also big on nowadays, especially being Orthodox Christian. I try not to curse in my raps, because here's the thing, like, freestyling, it does have a spiritual element to it. And it can be demonic, depending on what words you're saying and what, because certain words call upon certain spirits, and they can invoke certain spirits. Like, curse words can invoke demons, according to St. Paisios. St. Paisios tells this story. My patron saint, St. Paisios of Mount Athos, he tells a story of a demon-infested man who was coming to him for help. And as the man was coming to Paisios for help, he's simultaneously cursing and crying out and just cursing nonstop. And Paisios tells him, how am I supposed to rid you of the demons when you keep calling them back? So he's saying, I can't rid you of these demons if you keep just like, blatantly blaspheming and cursing and blurting out these curses. This is actually calling the demons back when you do this. So I don't know, that was always a big story for me. That really helped me kind of internalize, wow, this really does have, like, your words have power and meaning. They really do, at a very deep spiritual level even, and especially when you're like tapping into what maybe some people may call like a flow state, which can be seen as like, people talk about that in the New Age, but there is actually a state, like a zone you can get in where you can really kind of just let the lyrics kind of flow through you without really thinking too much about it. But you want to be careful what lyrics you're letting flow through you. You want to be conscious of what you're tapping into, what kind of energy you're tapping into, and what kind of words you're speaking. So I try to be very conscious of that, and I've developed that subconsciously over time, to the point where even when I get in my flow state, I don't just start cursing. And I used to fall back on a lot of curse words as fillers. That's also a big thing. That's also a big part of freestyling, is filler lines. Everybody has like a filler line that they fall back on when they're trying to think of their next line. Mine is usually kicking freestyles on the microphone. Da 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 da. There's a dude, I was just talking about him. His name's Thesaurus, like Thesaurus and Immaculate. One of Thesaurus's favorite, his filler line is, "All I know is that." I think to the point where he even like named an album that he put out, "All I Know Is That," something like that. Yeah, no, his filler is definitely "All I Know Is That." Da, 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 da. That's what filler lines are. It's kind of, you don't need a filler line. I suggest getting one, especially when you're starting out. I still haven't gotten rid of mine. Some people say, you got to get rid of your filler line. I don't know, man. I've tried. I'll continue to try, but it's definitely gonna take a long, conscious effort to rid myself of all my little filler lines on the microphone, kicking freestyles in the, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. I like them. You can hear it in the most recent, that track I released, which is like not officially a track. It was a freestyle that was remixed by a dude, Post Fidem. He remixed it into a track. It was a freestyle that I just dropped, and he kind of took part of it, made it the hook, and then he split it into 2 verses with a sick beat. And I just kind of made a little video to it with an old Russian Orthodox cartoon. I thought it turned out pretty cool. I'll leave that in the description so you guys can click on it if you haven't seen it yet. It's pretty cool. So yeah, we got people nowadays kind of taking the freestyle thing to a new level with people like Harry Mack. Harry Mack now goes out on the streets, and he'll meet a group of people, and he'll say, "Hey, each one of you pick out a word." It'll maybe be 5 people, 5 different words, and he'll make a whole freestyle rap incorporating all these words. And it's just, the way he does it is just like, he's developed the skill to a point where it's almost flawless. Like I can't remember ever seeing him really mess up. And if he does, he recovers off the mess up and even and like makes it even better. He's just it's phenomenal. He's brought in the freestyle game to a whole new level. Honestly, he really has. And the thing is, that guy, he grew up on the same people I'm talking about here in this video. Supernatural. He references him. Somebody in the comments was just talking to Harry Mack the other day, and he was like, "Man, you're the first person to point at objects and rap about him." And he's like, "Nah, I can't take credit for that. That's Supernatural." And if you watch the freestyle documentary, you'll see what I'm talking about. And I think that's cool that he gives, you know, respect where it's due, and he gives honors the people that came before him, the pioneers in the game that taught him what he knows. Like Micah 9 from the Freestyle Fellowship, he also references them because those are the legends, the pioneers of freestyling. Literally, man, like those are the dudes, like at the helm of it.
Peace. This is Micah 9 from Freestyle Fellowship, Haikudata, Project Blowed. You're watching G4 TV, Freestyle 101. I'm about to go in the booth and show you how it's done. It's all love. Namaste, MYKA space 9. It's all love. I redefine freestyle rhyme. MySpace me, Micah9.com. High pop moms, I'm an underground hip hop icon. Jump through your sunroof, run through your funds, dude. I'm 100 proof, got too much spit for one booth. I'm the truth. You a damn liar. If I'm not hotter than campfire, these energy vampires sound like Sanjaya. They manginas. Tucking they tail inside their vagina. Old timer, 49er rhymers with Alzheimer. When I'm blowing up more spots than underground coal miners. I'm the laughing hyena that's killing them with kindness. Got more lines than sinus. Get more peanuts than Linus. You can call mine some nappy-headed flows like Don Imus. God have mercy on your soul, this you must pray, because you fell off and got booed just like Miss USA. I'm timeless. These cats are spineless little furballs, and I don't have to quit inside the cypher just because my girl calls. I'm so sick of I'm about to earl, y'all.
You know, and there would be no Harry Mack without Freestyle Fellowship, without Supernat, you know, without cats like Idea, Dose One, the Scribble Jam competitions, all that stuff laid the foundation for where we're at now. So big ups to all those cats. Big ups to the cats I grew up on. When I was 8 years old, I was homeless with my family, and we moved into a babysitter's house, and her son was a DJ, and he had a trailer, and he had a couple turntables out there, and I just wanted to be there, man. I just wanted to be around that energy. And I started recording cassettes from his cassettes. I started recording them, and the first one I recorded at 8 years old was Wu-Tang Clan 36 Chambers. Right? What an album to hear at 8 years old. That was the first music I really sat down and listened to. I had heard music before, but I never really listened and sat down and soaked it up. So that was the first thing I ever soaked up was Wu-Tang Clan 36 Chambers. And my favorite rapper was ODB, Old Dirty Bastard. You know? He was called Old Dirty Bastard because there was no father to his style. He had a very unique style, but he was also, you know, a very troubled man, and he had a lot of demons he was battling. But man, he was a beautiful soul, honestly, in my opinion. A lot of people will disagree with that, but I don't know. I try to see the beauty in the midst of chaos a lot of the times, and a lot of troubled souls that speak truth and are almost like gaslit their entire life until they go kind of crazy. I don't know. I saw ODB as one of those type of people. He was deep into conspiracies too. He was talking about like stuff that Behold a Pale Horse. You know, he was talking about that way back in the 90s. You know, putting people on that way before it was mainstream. But anyways, yeah, that's what I grew up on. Wu-Tang. I grew up on. Second tape I recorded, I think, was De La Soul, 3 Feet High and Rising. Total opposite side of the hip hop spectrum. Very lovey-dovey, peace, daisies on the cover, very upbeat, positive hip-hop, also amazing. Prince Paul on the production, we got Pasta Noose, you know what I mean? Like, it was just fire. Let's see, and then the third one I recorded was a Tribe Called Quest first album. That one's a mouthful. But yeah, that was the third one I not downloaded, but recorded on tape. This is back in the 90s. We didn't have no downloads back then, really. At least I didn't have access to stuff like that. Let's see. But yeah, like the thing is, the best way to learn how to freestyle is really to just get out there and freestyle with people. And like nowadays, there's not really people freestyling on the streets like that anymore. I mean, maybe on the East Coast, there's some ciphers you can find. There's probably certain areas you can go. My suggestion is just find some people maybe online and just some buddies or whatever that know how to freestyle, throw on an instrumental, maybe get on a call together, something like that, and just get a little cipher going. Get a little cipher going. Freestyle with people that know how to freestyle. You got to do it with people that know how to freestyle. You just got to get out there and do it, and you'll learn it. You got to be around it. It's like anything in life. Best way to do it is to live it, is to do it. To get out there and learn from the people in the moment, you know, from the people that know what they're doing. And I don't know, I think that's the best way to learn anything. But yeah, I think it's about that time that we throw on an instrumental and maybe do a little demonstration for you guys. So without further ado, let's do it. Hey guys, how's it going? So we're going to demonstrate for you guys. We got the instrumental set up, we got the speakers set up, we're all ready to go. And just one last thing, explaining like how to freestyle. It's kind of hard to put into words. I think the best way to explain it was explained by one of these dudes in the Freestyle documentary, where he was talking about over time, as you keep practicing, as you keep doing this, subconsciously your mind just starts learning, hey, I need this many syllables to get to this word, and this word's going to go right here. Like your mind just starts knowing right where you need, how many syllables you need to get to connect the rhyme. You know, that word right there that you need to connect to the last bar. And we'll just kind of demonstrate for you guys. But over time, your mind will know subconsciously where the word's going to go and how many syllables you need to get there. And it'll be able to do that all in a matter of like milliseconds. It's crazy. I don't know how it happens, but over time, it just kind of, you develop it. It's a skill you can develop. All right, let's see. And not everybody can do that, you know what I mean? It's not for everybody. Some people are better at it than others, just like any skill. Some people are more natural at it, but I think it's something that everyone can learn to a certain extent. We're gonna demonstrate just a simple little freestyle, nothing too crazy, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. So Aesop Rock instrumental. We gotta catch the beat. Holy waterfall, holy slaughter for all of y'all. Be going back to the game, you should have played volleyball. That's where you belong, not on the streets, not in the cypher. I come around, I'm a white kid, way too hyper. Saliva flowing out my mouth every time I spit. I'm all up on the microphone, you on that tip of it. Meticulous be my style because I'm intricate, I'm into it. These motherfreakers talking about it, but they been through it, no they haven't. I be a savage, I damage upon the microphone. I do it making green like cabbage head. Kids in the hall references, I need no necklace, set my chain that I got in my baptism. It's straight to the brain, it's Novocaine, it's numbing the pain, but you can't run from it. Kick a freestyle, I used to go to Summit School, year around, no fool, Pro Tools, hit 'em up, no excuse left, it's all death. In my future, that's all I see is the blackness, no nihilism left on the microphone, I see whackness. All around me, my surroundings are falling off, kick a freestyle on the mic, yo. So that's a little example, just kind of playing around with it. I almost cursed there, but I didn't. I said freaking. But it's hard, man. It's hard in the moment. Yo. Waiting for the beat to come back into the part I like. I really like this part. See if we can get back to a better part. Energy to feed off. I'm on the microphone doing it like I'm about to take off to another dimension. I don't believe in Mars. Kick freestyle on the mic, you got them demon bars. Get away from me with mental slavery. I cave in knees with a John Bones Jones kick. All up on the microphone, I'm sitting on the throne. It's hard to stay over here. Yo, my mind used to be open until demons came in my crevices. I kick freestyles, it made it hard to finish sentences and paragraphs. I stare at the wall and see math. I'll be back in a couple days. Oh no, I'll relapse, a kneecap caved in. I'm trying to run away, kicking freestyles upon the mic. Put the gun away and raise your fist to fight another day. Friday references upon the microphone. I do it like I seen neglected kids. Through my whole life, it was me looking in the mirror. Poetry, have no fear. Kick a freestyle and grab a spear. Lyrical, spiritual, that all rhymes. It's too typical upon it. Gotta use your mind. Be a little bit more creative, sedative type. Or maybe aggravated on it like you can make it hype and follow it up with action and do it like faith and works put together. Read it in the Bible, book of James. It's in your brain, it's in your heart though. Heart expo, lyrical style like expedition. It's just an exponential vision that you're having in the moment. Kick a freestyle and do it to the great wide open. I wanna float in middle of it. Go ahead head, levitating, take off his head, decapitation, lyrical laceration, opponent bleeding now, kicking freestyles, go ahead, open the mouth, demons out, freestyle now, in the moment, free flow state, kick a freestyle, the great wide, I say my lines and then I move on to the same time, kicking freestyles at the same time, like God's providence, it's not synonymous with me, no, you're on that, just kind of messing around. Hope that was decent. Hope you guys liked it. But yeah. That's kind of how you freestyle. That's kind of how you do it. So yeah, get some friends together. Put on some instrumentals. You can find instrumentals on YouTube. I got a nice little playlist. I might even make my playlist. I might share it today. I don't know. I'm greedy with my instrumentals. But I might share them today just for this video. We'll see. I might make them public. So yeah, if you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Leave some comments below. Let me know what you guys think. And if you guys ever want to have a freestyle cipher, let me know. We could meet up on something, Discord or something. We'll get something going. We could film it, put it online. We could not film it and just have fun in the moment. Doesn't matter to me, man. I like freestyling. It's something I've always enjoyed doing. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. And until next time, much love, everybody.
The rhythm or holler, I'm a scholar. MCs follow, but they know they nothing but from in Colorado. I swallow MCs, I'm liberal model. They think they following, but I'm drinking them down like a bottle of what? Booms. I used to eat mushrooms and think that I was flying on the moon. MCs will be tired soon. That's why I'm about to swoon with the unit. MCs is confused like a who? That's another slug line. I just crush minds when I bust minds. These rappers don't know how to define. They define me as something that I ain't even heard about. Serving these rappers word of mouth. I don't even need to enter battles. I just sit and freestyle and talk about what goes on inside of my head, and it's better than any type of competitive thing they come up with. Because when I grab the mic, I show them a gift. Kaiser Soze and Harry Potter are both a myth. My vocabulary slaughters vocalists who think that they can even carry the odd of the oddest. Even God is jealous of the vocal clarity. Most vocals stare at me, they're not compared to the parody. Apparently, even they carrots bleed. I tear their seeds and they limbs. I grin at men who think that they can kick cinnamon flavor. I'm going to your tenement and break it down, you and your neighbor. Kids think they can get with it. I'm like Ritalin in a flavor. MCs don't know how to get with this. They whack packaging some type of fruity ice type of colors with too much marketing and not enough artistry. I'm about to rip apart they heart, they bleed. I rip apart the smart MC who's thinking that he's coming with some type of intellectual crush, cause I'm professional. Plus, when I grab the mic, my intellect will just bust through every single type of defined rhyme, cause I rhyme and rappers press rewind a million times. Even they children smile, even they children ain't got faces, and they still understand how to make vocal expressions. My logo's impression MCs, I smoke and poke holes in those who ain't flexing. The flows I be wrecking, go ask your next, can I be the best when it's time to just cash my checks? I'm right to the bank. These rappers think they think, but they don't. I do nothing but got breath that kinda stink, and it's smelling on the mic, but mine stinks too. I think truth, and rappers on the mic might drink too much falseness. It's called false clarity. I rip apart MCs who is nothing but a parody. Are they scared of me? Well, that's apparently something but facts. I'm crushing with raps and running, just crushing it back like a weightlifter, a shape shifter, changing, transforming. This man's warming up the mic until it gets so hot it pops and stops when I rock my props. That I get rappers attached, they ask to my jock, cause they can never stop when I freestyle up every topic. The rappers try to grab the microphone, I'm like, please stop it. I rock shit, it's hot, it just doesn't get colder than the boulder. Minnesota soldier, thought I told you, folder. Rapper who think that he's colder than me. I've been MCs and give them energy like some Folgers. Coffee, but I'm not really with the caffeine and nicotine. I split your screen. The last team that stepped to me wound up in a magazine under an article that was mentioned as the wackest rapper to ever exist. I'm clever, your fist is nothing but something that you put up to show that you're feeling. My flow is brilliant. No hoes revealing their soul unless they're taking off their clothes, and then I see what's going on higher than the ceiling. Fire me. I just say a lot of words that rhyme, but it don't tire me. I'm inspiring rappers to go rewrite their whole career. Cause when I flow, I straight blow out your whole ears. These rappers don't appear nothing. Yes, I'm a little weird, cause actually I'm half alien, half communist. MCs don't know I'm ominous. I'm an abominable snowman, no man, and they slow jam could ever step to me in this program. Oh, and I'm a cold can of cocaine, but rappers don't have no brain. I'm so frame and just taking and they just lame and I'm breaking their brain because everything they kicking's the same. They ripping that lame name list up. They sitting in the basement kicking anguish. Plus they're not learning how to just use their vocals right. I smoke the mic, I broke your life. I hope your wife likes to know me.